I hear the quote all the time: be comfortable being uncomfortable. And it makes sense in theory that you got to do hard things to get the results that you want. What if I told you that you didn't have to endure all that extra stress that you put upon yourself for no reason? And so the more I think about it, the more I disagree with that quote more and more. Just think about it. When you condition yourself to think that you got to do things that you don't really want. That was being uncomfortable is. You do things that you don't really want. But you delusion yourself to think that if I do things that I don't want, I'll get the things that I want. No, that's wrong. The truth is, you do comfortable things to get what you want. The perfect example is a sense of satisfaction in your life being personal and being alone by just immersing yourself with nature. When you immerse yourself with nature, it's very comfortable. You're in a spot where all you need to do is focus your senses among just what's around you. It's you and the people around you. And all you have to do is just notice the things that are coming to you. It's just you and your senses. Whereas something that's uncomfortable is maybe forcing yourself to wake up and every day and do 8 hours of deep work, and then you could eat. I know that's exaggerating, but that type of thing, that type of routine, you know that your body doesn't like to do it. It doesn't like to wake up at 5 a.m. and do 8 hours of deep work every day. You gotta go out and grind. That's what everybody says, hustle culture. And it's taken over. I mean, it's in our work culture that we have today. That's uncomfortable. But we think that if we just grind so hard every day, we're going to get the result that we want. But the truth is that isn't the case. The brutal truth is it's mostly luck at the end of the day. Take stuff like YouTube. YouTube is just controlled by an algorithm. So no matter how much effort you put into your videos, YouTube doesn't know how much they put into your videos. They just say what people like to watch. You could put the most effort into all this video, but nobody watches it, nobody cares. They want attention. They care about effort. And it's even doubly dangerous if you're doing something that you go against your will. That you know your body knows that it's you don't want to do it, but you do it anyways. It's different than doing something like recovery from addiction. Like I had a gaming addiction for 10 years and I quit 7 months ago. Yeah, it was during that process of quitting, yeah, I had to fight my brain a lot of trying to quit. But the difference is you get to a point of no return where the return of playing games, for example, isn't worth it anymore. You cross that boundary and you realize, yeah, it's just not worth doing it. And it's the same with recovering from any addiction. So there's a difference between your body intuitively knowing that it's wrong and doing it anyway, and knowing that it's not worth to do it anymore and then following through with that plan, versus doing something where you're not comfortable doing it and you know it's the wrong thing to do, but you do it anyways. That would actually be something by like continuing an addiction. Like say I spent $100 on a microtransaction for a game, for example, like right now. I know it's wrong, but I do it anyways. It's uncomfortable for a reason because I know that it's wrong. The uncomfortableness thing is that am I willing to sacrifice some of the values I just said, or any promises I set? That's the uncomfortableness. And if you have these values in your life that you swear that you had, and you do something that will violate these values, of course, you're going to feel an uneasiness. That's the whole reason why we get nervous over anything. It's because we're just unsure. We're uncomfortable doing things that we're just not certain that is going to work. And so really, what is the solution to that? If we're uncomfortable, if we can't be uncomfortable to get the things we want, then how do we get the things we want while being just fine in our comfortable state, if you will? Well, the answer is what I said before, is going out in nature and immersing yourself in nature and with all your senses. Appreciate nature for what it gives you. Because being in nature and just sitting down, letting go of your mind, is one of the few times in our lifetime that we get to remove all the other stressors, all the things that make us uncomfortable with doing things, or just all the stress of life in general. When you clear your mind for a second and just focus on the things around you. Whether you smell the fresh roses, whether you see the stars in the night sky, whether you hear the dogs barking in your neighbor's house, things like that. Because those are just things that happen. All the uncomfortableness, it's all in your mind. They're not real yet. It's only real if you can touch it, you see it physically. Things in nature you can touch, you can see, you can hear, you can smell. But abstract things, abstract ideas that were man-made, it's not like that. The goal is to listen to your body. That's the point. If you listen to your body and it feels that it's uncomfortable doing something, then you know that there's something wrong and you should probably do something about it. Your body is warning you to take action about this thing that you're doing. It's warning you that it's not desirable. It's going against your will, and whenever you go against your will, this pressure arises and accumulates. And the more times you go against your will, the more you'll just accept going against all your values in the first place. And the more you accept going out of your values, the more lost you will feel. The more directionless you will feel. Because it's tugging between what you actually do and what you actually want. And when that happens, that increases the tension, and you could see it like a rope. It's pulling on from both sides, and it's a knot that you can't even get out, and it's so it can feel very overwhelming. So the simplest solution is to listen to your body and know when you're uncomfortable or not. So the quote, "Be comfortable being uncomfortable," that is a complete lie. You listen to your body, and your body knows whether it's uncomfortable. And when your body tells you it's uncomfortable, you do something about it. That's how we survive.